You got Python. Pound for pound. Man, this man, we gotta do this paint. What's up, y'all? It's your boy MB, man. Bro, hold on a second. But things are in disarray. What's up, boy? Y'all waiting on me, huh? What's up? What's up? Josh Cisco, Vincent. What's up, Vincent? Did you get that BSI, man? What's up with you? Inky the barber. I see you on Facebook. What's up? Craig Cook, what's up? Yeah, y'all waiting for me to come up here. Y'all been waiting on me to come up here. Strolling in. Man 65, what's happening, man? What's up, man? You got it. Good. I'm glad you got it, brother. We get to these questions. Y'all already hit me. I got a 2000 Chevy Avalanche. Can you build me a box to go underneath the seat? There's no room for nothing under that seat. Let me check to make sure. Let me check to make sure. Sweetie. Why I ain't playing? Tap in, sweetie. Sweetie, I hear you, girl. Let's see something. Well, I know ain't no room under that seat, man. I don't think nothing going on that seat because you got a bunch of brackets. Yeah, heck no, ain't nothing going up on there. I'm looking too many brackets on that seat, man. I ain't messing with it. That's too many brackets on my seat. I ain't messing with it. Tap in. Yeah, that's that West Coast, but you know what it is, man. I'm universal, man. I like it. I just like music, man. I like music, man. Chris, what's up? Mike, what's up? Pocket Chain, what's up? Live from the boot. What's up, man? No, it ain't. How many DB you think Fuller Face would do? That's how many. That's the question. That's not. Oh man, already, like already, man. They get messing up sometimes, man. Hope y'all ain't get kicked off. How many DB do you think folks told us to do? Generalized question. You got to know the application. Are you putting in the coupe? Are you putting a small SUV, large SUV, under the seat of a truck? What power you gonna run? There's no way I can answer that question. Compass MB, what's up, Roy? My old man was wondering how I got the truck sound like that on volume 10. Chuck, check the back seat, Pops. Thank you, brother. I'm glad you happy, man. That's the whole point. That's the whole point, man. Giving y'all solutions that sound good. Listening. So here we go. Show. Listening to Rage, wondering how it sound on some rampages. Relentless 2506. There's no such thing as 2506. There's such thing as 1506. You listening to Rage subs? I can't understand that sentence. If you can't build it, I guess it can't be done. No, that's not true. That's definitely ain't true. It's a lot of stuff I can't build. A lot of stuff I can't build. A lot of stuff. I don't build Fourth orders, not really my specialty. I can, but I don't. I don't build fourth orders. I don't build six orders. I don't build series six orders. I do build horn enclosures, but no, that's not true. But I can't build. I can't. I never said I was the goat. Nah, people that support me about my boxing, and that's it. That's it. That's it right there, man. That's it in a nutshell. I sell ported boxes, basic ported boxes. Keep the lights on. That's what people want. Basic ported box. Not all the other stuff that people conjecture. If you can't put up on the seat of a truck or put it inside your vehicle, most of my scrap like who give a fuck. 2021 Chevy Silverado Q Class with 2-inch seat lift. Can I run 4 G7s? 2021. So you already got 11 inches high in the front. You're gonna do. You can run them, but they will be in a very small box volume, 0.7. No, 0.6. After everything's said and done, they'll be in 0.6. I'm going to let you hear how they will sound here shortly. When I finish with this standard cutout box, we're going to put the B2 audios in there, the M4 8s, and the Prodigy 8, and the Serwin Vegas. In my collection, I have a pair of Serwin Vega VMAX 8s. I'm going to put that inside this standard traditional size enclosure box, which is basically 1.3 to the pair. That's 0.6 each. You're gonna give you a rough estimation of what it sounds like in my cabin, which is basically a mid-size SUV. I'm bigger than a Cadillac XL, bigger than a Yukon Tahoe, as far as body-wise. As far as cabin, I'm bigger than a Ford Explorer. Inside cabin, way bigger than a small SUV. From my back glass to my front is like 9.5 inches, not 9.5 feet. I have a total interior cabin area volume of 221 square feet gross, not counting the seats. The seats take up some displacement. So when I show y'all what these woofers are doing in small box volume, that's why I put this last video up there. I don't know how y'all think I'm going to be doing a 140 at 33 hertz and a 1.5 cube box with 2 8s. It's not going to happen. Not in the port and alignment. Not going to happen. I'm looking for a goal between 130 and 135 so that you'll know that if you put 40s on the seat of a truck, what you can kind of expect as far as output. Now, if you put 4 up on the seat, you're probably going to get a 140. The issue that you're going to have is how low is it going to be? You know, you got 2 schools of camp, K-Cook. People just worry about the first number, how loud it is, and they run off with that without looking at the second number, what frequency are we at? I'm always looking at both numbers together. So the box volumes I sell my truck customers, I want you to be loud and low, not just loud. Loud and low. The goal is 140. 2.5 keys on the seat of a truck can get you 139, 140. If you do everything I'm telling you to do. That's going to be easy to do. And you're going to be roughly around 34, 35 because you don't have a big cab to face it up. So that's what I'm letting people watch my channel with these 8s, and that's what we use as a guideline. Now, you can do it. A lot of times people say, I've heard people say, MB, one guy's, he making a name for himself, saying, forget the MB, don't know what he said, can't be done. He put 412s on the seat of the truck. Unfortunately, he's never showing you what they meter or what frequency. He just shows you the seats moving and the door moving, and he say you're slamming. If you want to believe that, that's on you. If you want to go by what the manufacturer say to put the subwoofer in, then you need to ask, well, how is that possible? Because men lie, women lie. The numbers don't lie. LWH don't lie. 1728 is the squares inside a cubic foot. That ain't going to change. There you go. Did you ever meter those 4 GD 1506s in the mid cab. Yeah, that video is up there. They did 140. They did 140. I think 141 at 31 hertz. Yeah, I think I did that live too. It's a video up there with the got me walking away from the truck. Got the truck in the background. Yeah, so just go to my YouTube channel, type in 1506, and it should come up. 1506. That should tell the search algorithm what to look for. It's going to send you all the videos at 1506 is inside the title. And you should see. It did a 140. Yeah. And I left that. Yeah, I left that for 1506. And they were in I think 2.4 Qs, 0.6 a piece. 2.25 or 2.5. I pulled 140 with them as well. I believe 31 hertz. I was a win for me. Because now I can sell that to people and I have sold that to people. Shouts out to Robert Cox called me today. I think he has the 1506s and a Gladiator, and he was just amazed by the performance. I went to some shop who's been putting in Robert Fallsgate forever, and he told him to come out and heard it, and he was amazed. And that's what my channel is about, showing you the performance you can get in ported boxes under the seat of a truck or behind the third row seat of a large SUV. And that's it. I just stay with 8 and 7 because that's what I can use and test all the time. And 6.5, and every now and then a 10. That's all that interests me. Give y'all information that you can use. What if the box was on the seat? Why you ask me what if the box was on the seat? Joshua Siska, why did he ask that? Why did Joshua ask me if the box was on the seat? I don't know why you asked that. Look, we gonna see. Now we ain't gonna see, man. I'm gonna let it go. I'm done with it, man. What the heck is this? Man, what is this thing? Man, this crazy computer. About this Chinese made. Boo BS. These Chrysler 300 must be made extra solid. All the base on the inside at one arm at that. At one arm at that. All the base on the inside. One arm at that. I don't get what he's trying to say. I don't get that. So I move up. Would you be willing to try and make me a box for 315s in my back seat? I want to try to compete with one of your boxes. I'll prepare my cabin. Make your box for 315s. You sit on the back seat. I really don't want no part of that. That just to me sounds crazy. Would I be willing? I didn't build plenty 315, 415. I mean, we didn't seen that. But I don't know if I want my name on that. On the back seat. I told you I'm a functional base head, man. I don't to me, that's crazy. You took out your seat to put some bass in? Why are you watching my channel? No, why are you watching my channel, Inky? You don't see me doing no crazy mess like that. What are you watching my channel for? You a SPL guy. I don't get it. New Orleans. You from New Orleans, Cook and Hurry? That's good. My daughter-in-law from New Orleans. You hear me talking about my daughter-in-law from New Orleans. My daughter-in-law from New Orleans. My mama from New Orleans. My dad from New Orleans. Remember I was telling y'all where I'm from? I'm raised in Atlanta. But all my people in Louisiana, Mississippi, the bottom part of Alabama. Swamp people. Swamp people. Backwood, country people. That's why sometimes they call me Mama Mouth. I can't understand you because I'm trying to talk slow enough so you can understand it. That's where I'm from, man. Deep South. The South of the South. Heartline. What would you put behind the seat of a 90 GMC Sierra? Boy, I don't know. I don't think you got no room behind the seat of a 90 GMC Sierra. Most likely going to be some 6.5s or some shallow subwoofer. because you're very, very space limited. I guess I don't have a 90 Sierra, but I'm just imagining, especially if there must be a single cab. You ain't got a whole lot of room, so he's gonna be a Wave Tech, DD, shallow. Wave Tech first choice, DD Shallow's next choice, or anybody 6.5. DC Audio, not Digital Design 6.5. It's a little too deep. It's gotta be DC Audio, Tesla. You know them small 6.5. That's the first thing I can think of off the top of my mind. How many? Man, what is wrong with this? Man, what is wrong with you, man? Man, Lord. How many squares of port do you recommend for a 2.5 Q box? That depends on the sub. That depends on the sub, bro. The Solo X's need 18 cube, 18 square inches per cube, or they can go up to 18. You can use less. I don't suggest you going to 16. You're gonna have port noise, but all depends on the sub. You gotta look at the program. So with new subs, some subs I already know. So it all depends on the sub, what you should use. What sub? What sub would you recommend for a convertible Cutlass? None. None. Ain't no base in no convertible Cutlass. Like not nothing meaningful. And that's an old school vehicle. All you gonna get is a bunch of rattle. Now, if you want it, whatever sub you want to put in there. But I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that you're gonna have, we're gonna have some deep, meaningful base. I don't do that. Trunk cars, all you gonna get is rattle. That's just straight up true. Pick what you want to pick. I would suggest you don't put no high end stuff in there because it's gonna be a rattle whether you pay $1,000 for the subwoofer or $100 for it. That's my thoughts on that. Oh man, OD, what's up? What's up, T Brew? Oh, Raise Against the Machine. Rage Against the Machine. I don't listen to no Rage Against the Machine. I have no idea. I heard that that's a group, ain't that like a rock and roll group or something like that? Yeah, I don't listen to them, so I can't tell you. I have no answer. What's taking DD so long with that Mini Z? Neo. They need to shut Jacob full up. I don't think they need to shake Jacob full up. Jacob do his thing. Everybody else do their thing. You know, y'all keep wanting this stuff to be. You know, I never said no subwoofer was the best. Never said that, y'all. Ain't no such thing as a perfect subwoofer. And some came pretty close. There's no such thing as the perfect subwoofer. Now, if they do it, figure out to attain 151 dB at 18 hertz, I would have to say that's probably going to be the most perfect one. But as it stands right now, ain't no such thing as a perfect subwoofer. You know, it's just a competition. I'm glad he came out with this what's it called? Z8. So that we can get him in the Z. Because I got on board with DD. We put them on their channel after they had stopped production of the Mini Z. What's slowing it up now? Oh, fix this. What's slowing it up now is Neo. You know, China. Our government got us in bed with these people. Now they got a stranglehold on who gets Neo. These geniuses didn't think very far. These geniuses, like, for instance, I got a wood source. I got 2 different places where I can get wood. Just in case the relationship side one place, I got a backup place. I don't know why these people in Washington can't figure out that you can never, ever be totally dependent on one country for one commodity. That's just common sense. It's just basic common sense. You can never be totally dependent on one country, one commodity. I hope that what's going on now, Josh is learning from this. You know, I talked to some of them. They said, well, you know, Chinese are people too. Yeah, the Chinese are people too. This is great. They don't have the same ideology we have. And if for whatever reason people we put up there in Washington, whether you like them or don't like them, they get to beefing with these people in China, and you buying all your products and getting your stuff made over there. If I had a company, that would never happen. Now that they didn't show me what they can do, good. You won't do this no more. I promise you won't do me like that. Because I'm going to continue to get stuff as I can to get there, while I'm actively looking in India and Africa and South America to get the same product made, so that whenever the child, I would never let myself be in a position where one man can run me, man. Period. Period. I just gonna change that. As a business, I wouldn't do that. You ain't gonna never dictate, control nothing I do like that. We're gonna be a partnership. You refuse to make my sell me Neo, it ain't gonna be fuck you, and I'm gonna go somewhere else, and that's it. I'm gonna let you in America and y'all ask it out, but you ain't gonna stop now. I'm buying my money where I gotta negotiate, smile, and hee and cheat and act like, man, fuck you and your whole culture. That's just what it is. That's how I feel. And they people too, yeah. We'll be fighting them soon. One of y'all gonna still talking about they people too. Then, what shallow amount subs would you recommend? I like the wave tech. I like the wave tech. Yeah. Overall, that's my favorite. The wave tech. I catch you later, Joshua. You make boxes for 2015 Chevy SD crew cabs? Yeah, I do. Depending on what transmission you got, because I'm gonna dictate the transmission hump. But yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do that. Yeah. MB what? What's up, Stacey Lazard? What's up, homie? You a customer. I know that name. What's up? MB, I'm running the B2 audio wired 12 in the prefab. So anything after this is probably the prefab, probably the problem. I definitely need to upgrade the enclosure. Okay. Need help on what size I should consider for the loads. Best of you and your family from Nashville, Tennessee. Depending on what music you listen to, how much power you're trying to apply. And then your vehicle, that's going to help dictate too how much volume you can get. The bigger the box, the more efficient it is, the less power you're going to need. The smaller, the more power you can use, but you ain't going to have the real low base extension to a point, depending on how the gear, depending on how the subwoofer is geared. The middle ground gives you a little bit of the best of both worlds. The smaller box is going to give you, I would say, yes, it does have they have the same frequency response. However, the smaller box volume, you're going to hear the transitions a little better because they're going to be instantaneous because the box is small. Whereas with the bigger box, with certain subs, you're going to get a more exaggerated emphasis on the low end, which is what I like. So people that say they don't like that, well, good, because you ain't bought my vehicle, you ain't built my box, you sure ain't bought my subs. So you don't like it, you don't like it. It ain't gonna stop me. Me and several other people that I build box for, they liking my sound. Loving it. Like this right here. T-Brew say, I had a guy say that he was going to buy a box for you, but it was too much. I heard my solos today and then asked if I had, he had heard my solos today and then asked if I had your number. Yeah, I have people say that, T-Brew, man, you want too much for your box. All right, cool. So this is the conversation there. Hey, one guy today specifically tell me, first he called me, man, it's a funny story, T-Brew. He called me, he said, man, what he said, baby? Yeah, I'm gonna do you.
Oh yeah, he gonna do you a favor.
I'm gonna help you out. He gonna help me out. People up there. What you talking about? You gonna help me out? I ain't struggling for no views.
Listen, hear me out.
Yeah, he told what he said. Hear me out. But why I put on speakerphone? So I have witness. So he called back today. Was in the shop. Yeah, he called back. Yeah, he called back today. He say, I told him what the price is, and I don't keep balances. Then he said, well, make sure. He said, well, how I know I ain't gonna get ripped off? I said, I don't know, but I don't keep balances. So I guess he accused me.
And for that statement, I don't want your business.
I really don't want to be because whenever somebody tell me that, I mean they took something from somebody. So they wait for Carmen to come back on them. That's guaranteed. Whenever somebody, because I've been in business 4 years, everybody that has a problem with sending me money, and you be
or the takers.
Or the takers. Yeah, and I hate to tell you, sometimes don't they all be white people. No, I don't be white people. It be white, black, everybody. But it be people. There don't be no race or culture, because only one race. It's just when people, there's only two types of people in the world: good people and bad people. That's it. If you done did something you had no business doing, then you're afraid that people gonna take. You're afraid they're gonna come back on you, so you don't want to. Which I ain't gonna. And I said that to him. He said, "Well, I really want to boss you." I said, "Well, no, I still got exactly what I said." I said, "No, you don't, because you just said you're not going to." Yeah, you just said you're not gonna send me the money and wait on the box. And I said, "That's the way we gonna go." So he said, "What we gonna do?" I said, "Well, let me get back to paying bill these boxes that people that already paid, and that's it." He said, "All right, then we hung the phone." I ain't mad, but one thing I ain't gonna try to convince you. I ain't gonna take your money. I ain't took nobody's money. I'm not gonna convince you I'm an honest person. I'm gonna let you do what you decide to do whatever you want to do with your money. Makes no difference to me. It's like a bus stop. If you don't get on, I'm gonna go to the next pole.
Okay.
Sometimes
they don't even stop for you.
Yeah, sometimes I just keep moving. So I just keep moving. That's on you. I ain't gonna try to convince nobody to. You know what I mean? I'm a solid man. When people think you're gonna take something from them, that's because they done did. They done did that.
Liars think everybody else liars.
Liars think everybody else a liar. Fact, not fiction. So I just keep moving. Louis. Oh, Louis, I am gonna try. Well, first I'm gonna try what's happening with the free testing. The shop is in disarray. I'm moving stuff around, with these custom boxes and colors and all that, plexiglass and stuff. I'm having to move stuff around, try to organize stuff in here. Do y'all want a yard sale, man? I think I got some subs I'd have on yard sale. Y'all want a yard sale, man? Let me know. I'm from the country. I don't talk. He said, I'm from the country. What country you from? Herbert Wall. Well, what country you from? Are you from? You saying the country? What kind of country? I'm country. Maybe you ain't. Maybe you don't talk like that. I'm watching you. I got a feeling about you. I don't know if you here to cause trouble or what. I'm watching you. Mr. Mumble Mouth watching you. I see you juggers from way off. And it won't leave good enough alone. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Won't leave good enough alone. I made a public apology to your boy, and you still won't leave it alone. Still. NB, what do you feel with the sonic or sound difference between the 25 ways? And let me say this. And the only reason why I made that public apology because it's getting old. It ain't good cardio. I'm tired of talking about it. Do whatever you want to do. But from this point on, it never happened. I ain't got nothing to say about nothing that man make all his product. That ain't good enough for you. Because I got 71 people up here watching. That still ain't good enough for you either. You'll be hurting them. You're in here to cause trouble. You'll be hurting them because they'll spread. NB, what do you feel is the sonic or sound difference between the 25-8 and the 608Fs? Tighter, lower, or just more SPL? The sonic sound difference is more SPL with the 2508. Sound, unless you get it, nah. Just more SPL. And a very heavy emphasis on the lows because the 2508 is loosely damped. So you get an exaggerated load. Power handling. Sonically, I would say they 30 hertz, man. 33 hertz, 30 times a second. What are we talking about between the two? Output potential. You could put a 2508 solidly on a 2K amp, and it's going to play far longer than a 608 can at a certain output level. That's the difference. I was saying my 25 G's are at one on and all the bases inside the car. Well, that's good. That's good. That's a good thing. Especially in that 300 Chrysler, you only got 30 wide. You got a ski hole though, brother. So you should have somewhere getting that base in there, don't you? Y'all don't have no ski holes in those vehicles? I don't know. or you got it heavily dynamited some kind of way. 'Cause, I don't know. Explain to them how you able to do it. This people there probably got a 300. Can two Comp Q12s take full power with DD Audio 2500? And do I have it dialed down to 2,000 watts on best? I think you'll be fine. You talking about the round? I think you'll be fine. But how long do you want to take the full power? That's the question. Do you want to demo 1 or 2 songs? What size box you got it in? What's your electrical looking like? All these things got to be known for me to even remotely answer that question. But I think 2 Comp Q12s and a DDM 2500, that's a good pairing, especially after impedance rise and losses. Yeah, I think it'd be fine. Okay. I hope they will be amazed. I'm hoping I'm able to give you the same experience I'm giving everyone else. My interpretation of the box. I hope so. That's my goal. I love them all. My low rider's an 85 cut dog. No room in the trunk. Why they ain't got no room in the trunk? I got a small seal, flat 10-inch kicker. I'm gonna get your 8-inch and get a tube. And get a tube, huh? I'm confused. I don't understand what you just said. The Master Green 8, but you got a cutlass. How you say you ain't got a room in the trunk? You ain't got a room for what? 615? Yes. 415? Yes. Correct? Yes. Okay. And what's up, Fred? Fred and there. Tyler Fam. 4-way take shallow 10s versus 22508s. Supercharged. Both using N25 watt amp. Who do you think would win same size box? Now we gotta talk about the application gonna be putting in. Same size box, 2 cube box, right? Which we gonna put the Swave Tech in a sealed or a ported box. If you're gonna put them in a sealed box, I got the 25-weight sounding better on the lows. If you're gonna put them inside a ported box, I would have to hear the actual 10s, but based on the performance of the 12, I'm still gonna go to 2508s. But you said 4, so that's kind of gonna give them the edge as far as output wise. Yeah, for output wise. So kind of. You been waiting on that? Do you understand that, Sub Sonia? Because I hear guys saying, man, you should be doing a 140. That's why I didn't like the information some people give out. And they don't like the information I give out either. But just because somebody's doing 140 in this cap with these subs or 145 or whatever, that doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna be doing the same thing with those subs in the vehicle in your cap, unless you got the exact same vehicle. Because SPL is gonna be dictated by the size of the box, size of the port, and the application is in. You're not going to take every subwoofer and do the same. I'm not going to take every subwoofer and do the same score in every application. Some people can take that 2.5 cube box or even that 1.5 cube box that I'm using now, showing y'all that performance. And say you take that 1.5 cube box is only doing a 133 inside my vehicle. You take it and put it inside a Pontiac Sunfire, C7 Corvette, Honda Veloster. Score go up substantially, 140. MB, he's 1.5. He's doing a 140. Exactly. His cabin a lot smaller. My big cabin is able me to play lower. It's helping out because the meter, because it's so far away from the box, it's easily picking up the lower notes. But let's say we put that same box volume in a shorter cabin. Is it going to pick up, even though it's both the box still tuned to 33, is it still going to pick up 33 in every coupe vehicle? Don't know. So that's the information I'll be trying to give y'all when y'all see these subwoofers do these scores in certain applications. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to do that same thing in your application. And then in the second part of that video, I was showing how the box is considerably smaller. And you can see the port area has drastically shrunk from my slot port to this little 4-inch circular port. If box volume didn't matter, manufacturers wouldn't tell you minimum here, large here. They would just give you one volume. That's it. They don't do that, do they? Okay. Hope I answered your question. What up, MBE? Does an increase in ohms? Ooh, how you spell that? Sometimes I got kids that too. Sometimes smell it. Block rise make a sub sound better. There's an increase in ohms. You get more control of how the resistance, but in the downside of that is you get less power, less dynamic, because the amplifier has more resistance. Will a sub with a lot of box rise sound better than one that does not? The box rise man means some of your power being ate up, but your starting ohm load is what it's going to be based off of. D. He be all right, too. Some people, man, some people just like that. Cause like I told you, some people just like that, man. Cause they did some crazy stuff they sell. Yeah, man, that's why I put that video up there. I don't. People that they question don't want to do it. I don't know trying to convince them. I said, well, I ain't the guy for you. And I be wanting to get off the phone. Straight up, I be wanting to get off the phone. Since you don't believe or think that that's why I don't like all this bad music coming out saying I'm a drug dealer, hustler, pimp, gangster, hoodlum, everything bad in society. They got me being the face of it with a catchy beat. Fuck that shit. I ain't with it no more. So that stuff right there is inculcating in people's mind to feel a certain way about people. I ain't here to convince you. That what you think? We holler at you. Obviously, I ain't a good fit for you. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not here. Unlike that party right there, I ain't here for everybody like me. I do things that I see fit when I see fit to do them. At spray line, my box and paint, can you put a high gloss on your spray liner? I can. I think you get the bed liner box. You want me to make it shiny too? Text me. Text me so I can put that in the note. Make it shiny. No, I don't do that. I don't do that either, brother. I don't do no half now, half late. I ain't doing that. I ain't keeping no balance. I did that in the first year. It was a headache. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that, TC. You pay to get in line or you don't. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You say, well, I ain't gonna do it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I've been in business 4 years. You won't be the first to say they ain't gonna do it. You probably won't be the last. But if I done told them other people I don't keep no balances, I'm not finna keep it balanced for you. And then I gotta go back to all the other people that I didn't do it for. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna keep it the way I've been doing. That's it. You are welcome not to like it. There's a long line of people that don't like me. Very long line. Very, very long line. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But the line of people that like me is 62,000 people in it. So I ain't paying attention to that short line. Not me. I ain't paying attention to it. Salute MB. Keep giving us the facts, my brother. Cool. I try to, as I know him. What up, MB Blessings to you and your family. Blessings to you and your family too, Dwayne. Just purchased my first B2 Audio Rage 8. Glad you brought that up. Do one more meter score with the DC Audio M4s. Then I'm going to put my Rampages in. Now, with that being said, the Rampage prototype, they're no longer a prototype. Version 3 Rampage soon should be hitting the B2 Audio USA here in America within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Some of y'all know y'all. What? Yeah, version 3. Version 3 is here. And version 3 is what? I'm going to show y'all tomorrow. I'm going to show it's here. It's here. I got a pair coming. Big Jim might say so. He might be watching now. He might be in the feed. He might say something. But they are en route as we speak. Why? Because he was just waiting to pull the trigger. I guess I was the last thing he needed because I just talked about this 2-3 months ago. So it's done. They are on their way, baby. But I think I didn't. I really think he already had them in line because as I know things go, it took time. So he from the very first time I brought this up, he must have went in and put that order in just on good faith, and now they're completed and they're en route on the water. They soon to hit, and that is the prototype B2 audio. Go back in my videos, you'll see it. Well, that now is reality. Only thing is, it does not have he has not finished the custom die for the larger basket that it's going to have. At least 7.5. We talked the other day. At least a 7.5, but he might go ahead and make it an 8-inch cutout and get up there with the Titan, the Titan 8, the down Z8, the only 8 in his class. I don't know if he's gonna get up there because that joker's 2,000 watts. I don't know who else gonna make a 2,000 watt 8. I don't know. I know DD has the Mini Z, which was 2,500 watts. So I know it's on its way. I do know that's on the way. Also do know from talking, I talked to Joshua Monday. Talked to Joshua Monday. For those of y'all wondering, man, how did that apology came out? The company's apology come about. The companies that I am partnered with, we have a very good relationship. And sometimes, we have a good conversation. They didn't care what I did. They didn't care what I did. But a particular individual had a conversation with me. Now everything, as far as I'm concerned, as far as it stands with me, it's done. It's done. He was able to show me something. And I said, you know what? I think I'm going to ease up. Extend all the branch, keep it moving because it ain't really good for cardio.
First.
Huh?
It's not good for you first.
It's not good for me. Yeah, that's the main thing. It would get kind of, that mess was getting. I was like, come on, man. Again, goddamn. So this shit over and done with now. Bless them, man. Bless Sundown, Jacob, and they whole company. Keep it moving. Let's keep it pushing. Bad guy said, give me a cup of night quill because I'm amped up tonight. I ain't amped up, man. I'm feeling really good, man. What's up? I'm answering all these questions. Y'all, I'm getting right on down the feed. Sometimes getting live, I just get to talking and nobody questions get answered. I'm from Mississippi, homie, and I'm in Missouri. And these folks act like I'm speaking Chinese. They don't get it. They don't get it, Terrence. Sometimes it's different countries. Like that dude Herbert with us, different country. Herbert is different countries all over. In Utah, they probably people in the city, Salt Lake City. They probably you live 50 miles outside your country. But I'm from the deep South country. I was really getting to my lingo. Y'all said, man, what the heck is he saying? My people understand me fine. My people understand me fine, man. Tom Cicely, Cecil, Sicoli. I hope I say your name right. What's up, Tim? AMB, here we go. Oh, 4A, y'all got 3 more minutes. I'm out here. AMB, 2 total 4.8 on a Stinger MT2K. That's a strong app, man. I heard one recently. 4.8, love that 8. It's one of my kings. Should I run rated power a little more? Boss 2.2 net. 5. Run rated power. Run it. You be fine. Use a large porter that you think you can and still keep that 2.2 net. Don't choke them out. Check them out on that port area. Great subs. They still sell them. They said they're gonna go away from them, but I don't think they are because they keep selling them jokers. That massive audio 84 XR is a great sub too. Another king sub. Oh, yeah, you very limited on space, ain't you? Probably that hot dog up there, huh? Yeah, 8's going to be your thing. 8's going to be your thing. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, You got pumps and batteries. Oh, Jonathan, anybody that's in my line for a box, you be much better just text me. Don't ask questions here. This is for people who ain't bought a box, not gonna buy a box, but still want to ask me a call to your question. You can just you talking to me. You already purchased a box and you're in line. Just text me and we deal with that there. This is for people you don't this people who don't have it sold into me and need their questions answered. Because if you text me, you ain't sold into me, I ain't gonna answer your question. I deal with the people who already sold into me. Everybody else had to get the information right here off the channel. I hear you, Fred. They got new Mojo. I already had the Mojo Pro on the channel. It was okay. It was okay, so I doubt they came out a new one since then. Yes, I do plan on trying out the 3000. Next thing I'm finna try out on the strength of two customers and Fred. He wants me to switch over from the BSI to the WaveTech base restore because he thinks the WaveTech might be a better line driver. I'm gonna try it and see for myself. I actually have it. I actually have that. And so, in fact, Jason Kimmer, that's another manufacturer I'm in contact with. Don't talk to him that much though. But the WaveTech teams were delayed. They were supposed to be here in July or June, and they're not here yet. In fact, what Jason? What Jason? Hmm. I thought I recovered it. Okay. Hey, MB, the 10s are about 6 weeks behind the original schedule. Made pilot run already and final adjustments, so mass production should start later this month. Hopefully, they'll arrive mid-late September. Okay, and then he asked me, "Did you ever do the eval on the base restore?" Uh, he missed a couple of videos. Ain't been keeping up that much lately, so we don't talk that much. But since the beginning, when I reviewed the WaveTech 12, so the WaveTech 10s, I should have a pair whenever they do get back in mass production. I think he did a entry run. People bought them out. Maybe 300-400 people got them. Some companies do that. Let people advertise. Let the let the audio shops get a pair, work with them, hear them, believe in them, start ordering more. And so the first run is what they call a pilot run. It can be anywhere between 300 to 500 that they send a different distributor, send 4 to this distributor, 10 to this distributor, 4 pairs to this shop. When those sell out, the installers get and builders get to work with it and play with it. I didn't get none on the pilot run. I missed it. So he finished working everything out. I guess he got great feedback. Now they're going to have them mass produced in Massey. That's why I have this problem again. Now about them Solo X's. I know people, man, what's going on with them? Delays. They are on the way. They're on the way. Once we get them in stock, we get them back in stock because there's no Neo or nothing on that. There's nothing that's going to stop that from getting back in stock. This will not happen again. I promise y'all. Kicker is not going to let this happen again. I hope they really, really don't let this happen again by utilizing a different build house somewhere else. But we'll see how that goes. I'm not working in Kicker, so this is just my opinion on that. So other than that, business as usual. The channel is back where it need to be. We talking about these eights, reviewing these eights. What's upcoming is some PBAs, power base PBX1 8D8s, entry level. I think they're like $80. One of my distributors, I get some products from that I'm not a dealer for. So he wants me to try them out on the channel. It's the same guy that told me to try out the Wave Tech, and I was happy with it. So I'm gonna take his word his recommendation on these power base. What's up, Pedro? Outside of that, got the Sur Vega 8s coming. Yeah. 2 sets of Sur Vega 8s. The Sur Vega VMAX 8s I'm going to revisit because they're going out because Sur Vega has just put an 8-inch, 800-watt 8 to the market. I should have them this week. I got mine from the Sur Vega website. It's not the VMAX. This is Sur Vega series. I hope they revitalize the VMAX, but they just came out with 800 watts RMS. I got those coming. And then we still got to get the free air test on that PRV sub and this Sky High Car Audio 8, which I am very eager to get to this box. So I think I might skip around, go ahead and break these two in now that I got my wall supply back set up. I had some issues with the wall supply. Bought this Stetson 150 amp power inverter. That joker's dirty power. It had the speakers humming with no signal coming out of it, just humming. So now I'm back looking for another power supply. Get that done. I got that set up where I want to set up, changing things around inside the shop. That's why I haven't did the free air testing with the Sky High sub. Once I get those broke in, they immediately going inside the truck because depending on how they do inside that box, I might step away from the 1.5 and the smaller traditional size box and see if they can attain king status, MBE king status. Y'all be blessed, man.